I have been on the South Coast Artists Open Studio Tours for 13 years and part of the founding board for the South Coast Artists, a nonprofit organization out here in Tiverton, Little Compton, Dartmouth, and Westport. I'm involved, I'm involved because I was one of the founders. But it's such an important cultural and community opportunity. We as artists get to open up our private studios. Our community, our public, our friends, our fans get to come and see where our artwork is actually being made. They get to come see our messes. They get to come talk about our process. Everything's kind of out. And it's an extraordinary exchange between a fan and an artist, one that is irreplaceable as an artist. You can't get this if you are in a gallery or in a museum when people are coming in, focusing specifically on you and your work for that amount of time and having incredible conversations.
Well, I think being able to go and see people's studios, and some people have remarkable studios. I think the South Coast is just a gorgeous area to be driving through, and you get a sneak peek into some people's houses you'd never get to see, some people's properties and studios that you'd never get to see otherwise. Yeah, I think that's kind of remarkable, and I think we have a really huge variety of what people are showing. So like this year we had a knitter and a person who does embroidery, we have sculptors, we have ceramics, painting, printmaking, it kind of goes on and on.
I really feel like in these days the connection between an artist and a person buying a piece of artwork is really important, because there's so much good art out there. You could really just do a search on the internet and find something that would be perfect for your spot in your house. But I think when you go on a tour and meet artists and you're able to find something you like, it's like you get a whole history. You get the backstory of the art and you have some connection with the artist. And I love when people come back who've bought a piece of work and I know it's in their house, and I love knowing that they still enjoy looking at it.
We are so blessed to have such amazing landscapes and vistas and places to paint and inspiration. I love talking with the people, I really do. They're really interesting, they're curious, they appreciate seeing how we work, what makes us tick, the way we do different things, especially when we work in different mediums. It's really fun. I love it when the kids come. They really appreciate everything that we're trying to do.
Tour is a really good thing for all the artists. At the studio tours, people can come and see your work in relation to other work that you made over time, and also in context with how you live your life, because that's an important part of South Coast life. This is such a great area.
Well, I've been to other tours. This one always seems to me to be the most cohesive as a group. We really do come together as a very organized group, ready to help each other. We send people to other people's studios, so we're very inclusive with the other members of the tour. I think that that's really important.
I think a lot of people who visit want to know about the process, so I actually was showing on my porch, but anyone who was really curious, I offered to let them come up into the actual studio where I work, which I try to keep organized and pull out only the things I'm working on at that time. But it's nice to show your work and have it be clean, but if people really want to see the nitty-gritty, welcome them in.
I love this tour. I've been doing it since the inception of the tour, even before it became the South Coast Artist Tour. There were a few years that Amy Lund had run the tour, and we have been a part of an artist community since the beginning of the tour 14 years ago. And it's brought a lot of people to my studio, so a lot of people know that I'm a potter and paper maker now. And eventually, I'd like to get to the point where this is the only location that I sell out of. This is my most favorite spot in New England. I came down here to go to graduate school in 1983, and I got to go around the South Coast area a little bit, and then I moved away from the South Coast out to Western Massachusetts for a little while. And when I moved out there, I was really longing to get back down here. So I grew up on a dairy farm. The farmers in the area and all the stone walls really remind me of where I grew up in Wisconsin, so I really love being in this area. It's beautiful down here.
The benefit of coming on the tour is that you get to meet the artists that made the work. You get to experience the South Coast that inspires their work. You get to see how it's made, and you get to ask questions. So don't be afraid to ask questions to the artists, because that's what we're here for. We're here to talk to you and to share our story with you, to let you know more about our work. And then you can develop a little bit of a connection between the artist and the work, so that way when you take it home, you have that story behind the piece that you picked up. And it can remind you of the wonderful scenery that you explored in order to find that studio. Perhaps you got a delicious sandwich at one of the wonderful restaurants around the area where you got to explore the local farm stand. And that's a really special piece as a visitor for the tour, but also as an artist, because we get to develop that connection with you. So if you come back next year, we're most likely going to remember who you are and what piece you bought, because we have a story to share with each other. So come, join us. We'd love to meet you.